Whew. Okay, so we're live again. Okay, so welcome back to part 2. Okay, so hopefully you joined us for part 1. The reason why we probably both sound a little bit out of breath is because obviously we've had to get from the first block into what we think is now, it's actually the second block. So there was 4 blocks in a row. If you watched part 1, it's 4 blocks in a row. So we've gone from block, what we think, block 4, block 1, whichever way you look at it, into the very next block. This block is slightly, well, actually very different to the one we've just been in. So this is part 2 of episode 37 of Harperbury Hospital in Bedfordshire. I'm not going to give you any historical information. I am literally just going to show you around, but we've come straight upstairs and then I'll show you downstairs with a lamp afterwards. And we're standing in the corridor, and immediately as soon as you come in here, the atmosphere is different. It feels very more oppressive, if you like, or oppressed. There's more of a closed in feeling up here. The corridors are very narrow. It just feels very more, not claustrophobic, a very more closed in feeling. And this is where we believe the more mental health people were kept, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll show you some of the rooms that we think that were locked. Like there's an airlock that was locked before they were able to go into a patient's room. That's what we think. We could be absolutely wrong, but we've just gone by what little clues there are. Thank you to everybody who's watching this live broadcast. If you didn't watch the first half, don't worry, because it's on my Facebook. This is part 2 of episode 37. We're at Harperbury Hospital, St Albans, near St Albans, just outside, well, in Bedfordshire. And we've always wanted to come here, and we're so glad we've been able to come here today. So we've just been in the first block. We've come into the second one. This is part 2. So again, it's only going to be a short broadcast. Now, enough of looking at me. I'm going to show you around. Okay, so I'm just going to immediately turn you around and show you. So it's literally taken us like I hate it when pigeons do it. It's literally taken us, no, I hate it, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes to get from one block to the next, because they're side by side. But the next 2 you can't get into at all. These are the only 2 blocks you can get into of this part of the hospital. Okay, but we're going to show you around. All right, so I'll stop you from looking at me. So I don't know, we'll go. I mean, we've come up the stair. Well, I'll just quickly show you, all right, because you can see anyway. Okay, so we've come up the stairs. All right, we've come up the stairs, so that's where we're going to go back down later. So let me spin around so you've got your bearings. So as soon as you come up, obviously you've got like your old radiator, and see what like you've got like the fire alarm switches, but it's just very different. I mean, the rooms are different sizes. Obviously, this is like we don't think this is a room. We think this is a communal bath room, which obviously would have had to have been locked. You can see the door handle on the lock. The bath is still there, and obviously it was for disabled people because you've got, well, actually that could just be a tower rail. Don't know if you can see it, a tower rail. So that may not have been for anyone disabled, but obviously there was like you can see the mirror stood on the wall, and you've got like a worktop that goes all the way around. It's quite a big bathroom, really. And shall I show you outside? Now that the window's open, shall I just show you what is outside? Okay, so I'm hoping you're going to be able to see something. Okay, the hospital covers all out there. Now, I don't know if you can see buildings or anything through them trees. I don't know, guys, because I can't see very clearly. But I'll give you a look. Maybe I should go with this window here. I don't know if you can see those buildings in the distance above the trees. All that is the hospital as well. There's buildings right up behind that tree. So it's a huge ground. There's obviously a little pathway in front. Okay. And that's where we think the Great Hall might be or something. We're not sure. And there's, I don't know if you can, I don't know even if you can see the football post. I don't know, guys. I can't see what you're looking at, so I don't know. But that's all the hospital grounds. It's just huge. Okay, let's have a look. So you can see the bath. Look, lovely. Anybody want to take a bath? More than welcome to. So let's crack on. And obviously, I'll show you. So there's the mirror. Okay. Oh, that's the first time you've seen my camcorder, perhaps. Use it. There you go. You can see. Okay. So let's go around here. So the door's open already. Immediately walk into this corridor, and then we've got all these different rooms. And I don't know if you can see, guys. Can you see how this room's got the blind still up? Blind still in the window. But that was one room. Obviously the door's collapsed, but how many rooms have we got here? 4. On this bit here, just alone, and then we've got more, haven't we?
I'm looking at the zone fire thing up the wall, and I think that's 10 separate rooms.
Ah, yeah.
So I think that's how it's done.
Of course.
That's what I make of that.
Yeah, of course. I didn't even notice that. So we think that there may have been up to. I know it's back to front, guys, but we think there might have been up to 10 rooms up here, and those are the panic alarms or the fire alarms in each of the rooms. So you've got green and red. So we think that might have had something to do with one per room. Not a panic alarm, a fire alarm. So there might have been 10 rooms up here. So let's go. You've got like a corridor, and you've got these like rooms. I mean, they're just. Every room has got like this funny little silver handle. And then you see how the net curtain is still up. I don't know if you can see right up the. You can't really see. Let me just change hands. No, we're not sure, guys. Can you see right up there, like by the roof? There's 2. If I show you this one first, can you see that perspex thing? Reflection. There's a picture in there. We don't know if it's a stencil or a 3D kind of picture. There's actually 2 still left on the wall.
It makes me think that maybe this was because this is quite a young looking
Quite,
room.
yeah.
We've got stencils up in
So we've got, yeah, we've
for children
got the stenciling still in here of like the sun.
or women.
Yeah, yeah. So this is obviously like a. It just, I don't know. It just feels really, not oppressive, just closed in.
It's because the rooms are so small.
So small, yeah. It's
What
just.
they had to kind of, they just came in and there would have been like a bed and maybe a basin or
It just
and
feels.
a
So,
window, and that was it.
yeah, it just feels so
Well,
different.
I didn't realise.
The net.
The blind as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can pull the blind down.
Yeah, look.
Yeah,
It's a blind. And then a curtain.
so it's not even like decorated friendly. It's very clinical.
Clinical, yeah. That's exactly how I feel. Very clinical.
Very basic.
Okay, guys, that's that room. Should we, I don't know, we'll go this way. We're not going to kind of go into every room, guys, because most rooms are the same, but you can see the curtains are still up in this room. So you can see, don't know if you can see on the camera? Yeah, you can a bit. Oop, that was me just.
Blind on the floor, look.
Oh yeah, the blind. Yeah, look, the blind. See, guys, there's the blind on the floor. But yeah, you got the curtains still up in the window. And obviously, like, they're the radiator boxes under the window. But just a very pokey small room. And I mean, guys, apart from your window that you had, this is the window that you had in your door.
Yeah, they would have.
That's all you had. A tiny little. And I'm going to put my hand there.
Oh, there's a name on the door.
That's the size of that square. So that will give you an idea of how small the window was over each door. And that's the only, apart from the window, that's the only contact with somebody who's through that pane of glass. And it's reinforced or toughened. So it's very different, guys. Very different to the other place. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, but
look.
there's someone's name.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be that patient's name.
You see that name? Marcus?
Yes.
So it's got somebody's name in the door.
That would have been it.
Yeah. And let's go and have a look at in his room. Gosh, I don't even know where to start, guys, with where the bed would. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's such a tiny room. It's actually to think that. I wonder if that was a guy or a young lad.
Yeah, it could have been a teenage boy.
A teenage boy, yeah.
Could have been any, but yeah, they would have spent years and years in this room.
Wow. I've just noticed that his window's got a covering over the net curtain.
Oh.
Slightly different. But you can see, guys, how the net curtain's still there, look. It's quite sad. Oh yeah, look.
Yeah.
It's just got a covering.
That was to stop him from trying to jump out or
Yeah.
whatever. You don't know what their background is.
No, this is it.
You know,
And obviously,
why they're in here, you just don't know.
this wallpaper's still up there as well, look, guys.
What's that?
But whether he was a young lad or an adult, it doesn't matter. It was still him, and it's to think that we're in his room. I mean, I don't know how long he would have been in here for. Maybe are we talking weeks or months? We don't know. But it's quite sad. I just feel quite. I don't like it. It's too.
No, I can't imagine putting one of my children in one of these little rooms for
No.
and leaving them here and just visiting just now and again or whatever.
It's just so... Oh, and to just have that tiny little pokey
That
window.
little window to look through.
Yeah. I'm just going to show them outside. So that's what a block looks like. Oh, can you see that, guys? So that's what a block looks like. It's almost like not an L shape, but yeah, so you've got upstairs and downstairs. But we're in, you see, corridor. But yeah, so that's Marcus's room, whoever Marcus was. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we didn't notice that before, did we?
I noticed it. I just noticed it. It's really quite good.
And then we go into this bit, which we think was obviously the fire panel. But are we talking like a reception desk here and things? So it's almost like you always have like a desk with staff and stuff sitting.
I would have
Between,
so.
yeah.
Because that window's quite low again.
Quite low. Oh yeah, I've just noticed that.
So they would have sat and it would have been again level.
Yeah, they could have seen. So I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
So you can see that window, guys, just there. Like, it's really low down. So if they were sitting, they would have been able to see patients and stuff.
Possibly.
Oh my gosh! Actually, when you start spending more time looking, it becomes more interesting.
We've noticed a bit more now since we've come round.
Yeah.
We never really noticed it as much before.
So this is another room, guys.
That's small.
I mean, they've got 2 windows and the blind and the net curtain still up there. But again, look at the size of that tiny little pokey window in the door. It's quite sad. But just a small room. I'll show you guys that you can see. So again, the wallpaper. Obviously tried to make it quite colourful and things, but you can see on the wall there, like the border. And I'm sure you probably don't want to see, but if I just show you the floor, like you can see what we're looking at walking on. Fiberglass, plants, mud, slate. That's all that is on the floor. And you can see why. So there's the old light. And you can see how it's all falling through. Anyway, but yeah, that net curtain. Then we come down. This room is even tinier. I can't. No, because there's no window in the door. But again, we've got a little storage room or something, guys. Maybe.
See where the name would have been on the store.
Oh, can you like the mark?
Yeah.
See, this one's got a toilet with a partition. This one.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
toilet.
Yeah.
Possibly.
If I show you can you see the border still there? Oh, you can. That's, yeah, soap dispenser's still there. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. Like a little toilet. And come out and then, so you notice the little mark on the door? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, look. See it? There. Where the label would have been stuck. But yeah, this is another patient's room. You can see, look at the wallpaper, guys. We've got loads of wallpaper in here, look. See that? So all the paper's still up. The windows, look. I definitely prefer the feeling in the other room, in the other wall, in the other block.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, so, show you. We've gone that way. There's more. There is more. What did we see down the other end? Nothing much apart from toilets.
Yeah, I think it was mainly toilets, wasn't it?
Just down there was toilets. Okay, well, we'll leave that. Ooh, let's come back this way. And this is the room that we walked through, didn't we? Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So we walk down here, and you've got like another toilet. Wow. These windows are so tiny. Everything's so tiny and just...
Corridors are so small.
They're just really narrow. They make you feel
They are.
thing.
It's almost like they're closing in
Yeah.
as you walk.
And another thing, guys, as well, we noticed when we were here earlier today, now maybe it's because we've not been here before, we actually got a bit disorientated.
Yeah, I do.
And we didn't get lost, but we couldn't actually find the stairway down. Now, we knew where they were, there's one either side, but we couldn't find them. So I don't know if it's a very strange, just a very strange feeling. And like I said, maybe some people might come here, take pictures and not feel anything, but you know, me and my guests were quite receptive to kind of feelings and stuff, and we more or less felt the same. And but these corridors are really like narrow. You can see, look, the width. So you there to there, very narrow. Just a very tight feeling, just, you know. Oh yeah, of course.
So
Show that?
you obviously shut down your corridors.
Yeah. So remember we were saying, guys, about locking off different sections? There. So that could have been to lock off that bit.
That bit, yeah.
Which it would have been, yeah.
And that would have been maybe patients, maybe they had different things wrong with them.
Yeah.
And they kept them all separate.
Oh my god, look how tiny that window is in that door. Shall I show you guys? Look. That's all the window in that door. Narrow. That was it. It's just, God. It's too, yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah, trying to imagine. If you imagine when it was overcrowded.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
How will they have managed with these little rooms? It's just absolutely crazy.
Oh my word, and this, we don't know what this is. This was another room, guys. Okay, so we're looking at the petition. Sorry, I'm just not holding it, but the petition. Obviously a lot of the roofing and stuff is falling down. So if I show you, that's obviously all falling in. But it's another room, and we've got different kind of wallpaper, more boyish, really.
Funky.
Yeah, and we've got his blinds and stuff up. There's his door. You can see it in the shop. And that, if you're wondering what that is, that's a light fixture that's falling from upstairs. It's kind of a light fixture. So we go down this corridor. Again, we don't know, another small pokey kind of room. Not sure. Another bathroom toilet. And another, this would have been another patient's room because we've got another window on the door. So this is another patient's room. So they've got a net curtain left. See the net curtain in the window? The blind's still up again. But yeah, another patient's room. And again, slightly different coloured wallpaper or paint, like blue. This, we think, is the opposite to the other end. So there might have been another 10 rooms this side. So we've got another kind of panel, if you like, on the wall there. And this would have been another staff table thing. And then that's their window. See how, again, they could sit and look through that window and see or hear. If I take you through here again, we've come into like another corridor. So these are more rooms where people would have been. So if I just quickly take you down, so we've got another room here. Look, and again, this is what you've got. You've got your windows. There's your curtain still up in the window. Ooh, just move it. There you go. There. And your paint and, but yeah. So these are all mental health patient rooms. I've got another one. Aha. Look. See that one? That one's got Robin written on the door. If I just turn it, you can't really see. I don't know if you can see it, guys. Can you? On the door there. So it's got Robin. So this is Robin's room. We're not sure, obviously this is just like people that have come here and graffitied, but there is writing on the walls. That could just be people writing stuff like graffiti. I don't think it would have been a patient's writing necessarily, but so Robin had obviously she's got a border print, or he, on the wall. I'll just show you. Border print. But yeah, this is Robin's room. And again, it just feels very, I think if I was to spend a long time in it, I would be very headachy. I think, me personally, I think I'd probably get a headache. It's just too, not dingy, just too small, guys. And it's a real shame. But this is reality. This is how people like this would have been. So that's Robin's room. Yeah, it's got Robin, so I don't know if it was a boy or a girl.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
Doing good.
But I didn't even notice that name. Okay guys, so we've got another room here. This is another patient's room. Again, we don't know. Could be boy, girl, I don't know. Just no idea. But I'll give you an idea. There's no paint or nothing. The paint's still there, but no wallpaper. But there's a bit of border print on the floor. Can you see? There, look. There it is. I'm assuming that's obviously like, yeah, that must be like the radiator covering. Well, the pipe, yeah, it is. It's like a radiator at the end of each room. Yeah. So pretty much all the rooms are kind of the same. Oh, it's got the plastic covering on it. Yeah. I don't know, is that where they used to leave notes and stuff underneath it?
Maybe.
To stop it from falling out?
This one that seems to have on the door though.
So again, we've got like a lock. So we think that would have locked this door, and that would have stopped him from getting out downstairs. As well as we've got the bathroom, what's left of it. As you can see. And just a tiny poky little room, which was obviously just storage. And then you go down the other flight, back down. So that's kind of all that's up here, guys. So we've got like 20 mental health patient rooms, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So maybe they were next. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would have thought they would have been, but
I don't know.
it could have been just a children's block. You just don't know.
So that's just looking back. So that's where we've been, guys. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 patient mental health rooms here. So yeah, and whatever, and another one maybe down there, or these ones. Or some, yeah.
I think it's got like 4 or 5 feet of corridor maybe.
Yeah. Then you've got like your bathroom, and then your staffy bit. But it's just fascinating. It really is. Fascinating. I've got to remember, oh, we did come back this way, didn't we? Sorry guys, I know you're kind of just...
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just making our way back downstairs now. So we're going back. So we'll go back through this way. So we'll take you downstairs, and then that'll be the end of part 2. And then we'll kind of call it a day, really. So there's nothing really much else we can really show you. But this was kind of the best bit, I suppose. Okay, so I'll have to put the torch back on. So we'll come downstairs. Yeah. There's actually not much to show you guys, to be fair. It's just a room. That's it. Just a room. And whoop, sorry. And then we just had the rooms, like this huge room here. And then it goes down into another great big room at the end, and all that's down the other end is toilets, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just like another big sort of communal. See, there's a structure, there's like a wooden thing on the floor. I wonder if that was like, oh, that's the radiator coverings. That's what them are. All the radiator coverings. But we think it's just a communal area. You've got curtains on the floor.
Unless they were wooden seats under the windows.
Yeah, like bench seats.
Like bench seats. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
difficult again to say what this could be.
Yeah, to say what.
There's no real windows in
No.
this, so
And then we've got this room. So a bit like the block that we were in before. So same kind of layout. You know, you've got obviously different colours, but pretty much the same standard sort of. So another kind of room, really. I don't think there's really much else I can show you. I mean, you've got, I don't want to lose the signal, but this is the kitchen area. So you've got like the oven, or one of those, yeah it is, it's an oven. So again, this is like the kitchen area for the staff. So that was a kitchen. And to be fair, guys, that's pretty much all we can show you. I mean, like we could walk through to the next room, but it's just another big room, just like this one, with some more toilets, and that's it. But it was to kind of give you an idea of the difference really between the two blocks. So what I'll do, I'm going to switch the light off. I'll take you outside, and then we'll finish, I think, then. So let's just probably we get good signal. Okay. But if I show you what they actually, shall I show you what they actually look? No, you can see, look. So that's where we've just been. So to kind of give you an idea of what they look like. So, there we go. We've come back. That's good. Okay, guys. So that's the end of part 2. Like I said, there's nothing really to show. We've taken you we've taken you to 2 of the blocks, and we've shown you pretty much everything. But you can now see what it looks like in a mental health hospital. Really, it's definitely a first for me, and just a very, very oppressive. I know I kept saying it, but like an oppressive feeling. It's just very closed in and very. Yeah, it's not a pleasant feeling. It's not comfortable. The other block was really like more comfortable and airy and open friendly. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, this hospital is very isolated. So even though the road is just down there, it's actually nowhere near any housing at all. It's quite isolated. Believe it or not, surrounding us is cornfields. It's just surrounded by farmland. It's totally isolated, which you would expect it would be, I suppose, if it's mental patients. Just isolated, and like I said, being up there in those rooms, I just think of like robbing and things, just being up there and, I don't know, like sectioned, kind of. It's just not nice. Not really. Quite a sad feeling, really. But anyway, I'm not going to take up any more of your time, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. We're going to take a few more pictures as we now leave. There's a couple of pictures. There's the swing and things we just want to take before we leave. Guys, I hope you found that interesting. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed, even though it's been a long day. It's been an incredibly long day for both of us. We've travelled all the way from Hertfordshire to come to Bedfordshire, which you wouldn't think was a long way, but we had to go via London. Incredibly long walk to get here. Well worth it. Place that I will never forget. Definitely not. And I've absolutely loved, sorry, I keep looking over there, absolutely loved having your company, guys. I am so glad you could join me today for episode 37 of part 1 and part 2. If you've not watched part 1, don't worry, it will be on Facebook, and you can also catch up with both of my broadcasts on YouTube. I will put them both on there, along with all the photographs on my website and Facebook, so don't worry, there's plenty coming your way anyway. Now, stay tuned and keep watching, because this Friday, I have still got plenty more days holiday left. However, on Friday I will be in a brand new location somewhere else, yet again, with another person, another special guest, who will be working together to bring you, again, for the first time in the whole series, we'll be doing a location we haven't covered ever in the whole series, just like this one today. So tune in on Friday, all being well, Friday. Okay, I'm not going to say when, where or what time, but it'll be right here live on Facebook. We'll be doing live broadcasts together from a brand new location. There's also plenty more coming your way. I've just managed to find out some brand new locations, and there is plenty coming your way anyway. And even after that, I've got plenty more coming your way. So trust me, lots and lots coming. Some more fascinating locations coming your way. Lots to look forward to. And so I'm going to leave it from there, guys. So thank you for joining me, and for the times as we continue to go, and my guest, special guest today, for joining us as we checked out Harperbury Hospital in Bedfordshire. I'm glad we came. Definitely won't forget it. Never. I don't know. Just definitely won't forget it. It's just got a very different feel to it. So until the next time, hopefully you'll join me right here live on Facebook for for another special edition, a special live episode on Friday from another location. So from me, my guest, and Harperbury Hospital in Bedfordshire, we're going to say goodbye for now. You take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, your Sunday. If you're back to work on Monday, tomorrow, have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you live here on Facebook on Friday for episode 38 of Infamous Times, as we continue to go in search of these extraordinary, fascinating, abandoned and derelict places like this hospital in Bedfordshire. So from me in Harperbury Hospital, bye from me and from this place, and we will see you very soon. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless you all. You take care. See you soon.